The actress who once stood at the backdrop of Drew Barrymore's Cinderella film has now become a ferocious suspense drama queen. How did Hollywood transform this mild-mannered New Zealander over the years? Be ready as she slowly peels off revelations on the sensitive characters she portrayed on screen, the reason she bashed out of 2.5 Men, and how she handled the controversial issues raised in Yellow Jackets. Get ready for a juicy episode all about Melanie Lynskey. She broke her silence. Before we plunge deep into the abyss of her ordeals, let's head forth to how it all began. The soon-to-be celebrity is the eldest daughter of a surgeon and a real estate agent. Young Melanie grew up in the plush, sunny side of New Zealand. At such a young age of 16, this girl showed potential in her school plays. In 1994, director Peter Jackson assembled his team to produce one of his early critically acclaimed works before he became a fantasy film master. 500 teenage girls auditioned for the main role of Pauline Parker in the 1994 suspense drama Heavenly Creatures. The plot started off innocently as two young girls became best friends. All of a sudden, it turned to a darker course due to domestic abuse. It also dealt with the sensitive issue of a horrific premeditated murder committed by a juvenile with the help of her friend. The script and the production were set, but who would dare take the mask of a two-faced killer? Out of the 500, the casting director felt none were quite right until young Melanie walked into the room. She broke the silence. Screenwriter Fran Walsh described the girl's timid intensity as perfect for the starring role. Director Peter Jackson found his two amazing young leading ladies, namely Kate Winslet and Melanie Lynskey, who at the end of the film became dear friends. This film became so successful that it gained several recognitions from the Oscars, Academy, Venice, and New Zealand film festivals. Therefore, it was only a matter of time before our girl got into the mainstream. Hey, if you're enjoying this video so far, be sure to give it a like and subscribe to our channel if you haven't already, and stick around for a lot more about Melanie Lynskey. The shadow of the lead gets dimmer. She took the bait, even if it was only for supporting roles. The Cinderella adaptation starring Drew Barrymore and Dougray Scott, titled Ever After, was a huge commercial success in 1998. Melanie Lynskey played the supporting role of a sweet and funny stepsister named Jacqueline. At first, it was all right to be in the shadows of a big shot like Drew Barrymore. Then again, did it help or hurt her career in the long run? Supporting roles typecasted her in the next films. Therefore, she tried to take risks bit by bit. She appeared in But I'm a Cheerleader and became a gay icon without being one. This satirical coming-of-age film tackled the LGBT community at an early stage. The actress also had an infamous scene for Reese Witherspoon's Sweet Home Alabama. Melanie shocked everyone when she appeared to be nursing a baby in a crowded place. It made an impact on American modern culture because many viewers sympathized with that short clip. In 2002, she became a supporting cast for Katie Holmes' psychological drama, Abandon. Melanie Lynskey grabbed their attention and Variety magazine described her performance as scene-stealing. But he meant it well. Failure revealed her true self. In 2003, Melanie auditioned for the ensemble cast of Mona Lisa Smile, headed by Julia Roberts. She auditioned for the role of the Goody Two-Shoes, which she embodies in real life. Instead, director Mike Newell challenged her to read for the character of an adventurous, spirited girl. Unfortunately, the part was given to another stellar actress, Maggie Gyllenhaal. Despite all that, our dear Melanie couldn't control her gratitude bottled up inside. So she sent a very compelling letter of thanks to the director. She didn't get the part, but her sincerity was well received, because this big-shot filmmaker, Mike Newell, isn't just anybody in the industry. After that incident, the actress felt more seen in her line of work for losing that part. It was one of the most unusual moments of failure that opened doors for her. Sensitive roles made her unbecoming. In 2003, she played the charming yet devious neighbor, Rose, in the comedy sitcom 2.5 Men, starring Charlie Sheen. Charlie is a self-indulgent middle-aged guy who lived with his mischievous nephew and conventional brother. Initially, our actress was just meant to be a guest star in the pilot episode until she was invited to be a regular. After 60-plus episodes, her character became out of view. What led to this sudden disappearance? In 2005, the actress decided to leave the show so she could concentrate on doing indie films. She did have a commitment phobia in long-term projects. The actress bashfully admitted that her work in 2.5 Men supported her mortgage. but being in a huge sitcom and working in indie films in between felt like a double life. Yet in the end, she couldn't do one without the other, after which we've seen her in Togetherness, and also in Castle Rock. She took yet another supportive yet sensitive role for the biographical film The Informant, starring Matt Damon. The actress wanted to contact the true-to-life persona behind her script. Instead, director Steven Soderbergh challenged her to produce a personal interpretation. Being the wife of a whistleblower of a huge price-fixing scandal in the early 90s released her emotional acting prowess. Eventually, lead roles for this unbecoming actress came rushing in. After the success of her 2012 comedy drama, Hello, I Must Be Going, she plunged into more sensitive and darker characters. Elijah Wood and Melanie Lynskey outdid each other in I Don't Feel at Home in This World Anymore. It talks about depression and existentialism in a comical and sometimes revengeful approach. Therefore, it was only about time to get dirtier in Yellow Jackets. She dare not become a beauty actress. Despite her successes, there are still some who question her abilities. In an interview in 2022 for Yellow Jackets, the veteran actress revealed that the executive producers in many of her shows wanted to hire her as the average-looking woman. She didn't feel pressured to lose weight or look better. In that same interview, she also admitted that she was worried that women in their 40s would end their careers in this industry. But she realized that several shows centered on this mature audience. Melanie also talked about her resistance to be a beauty actress. There was a time that she forced herself to be as thin as she possibly can, and wore makeup most of the time, which she wasn't used to. As per the actress, I've always been resistant to being the chubby friend or this or that. I've said no to things like that, and I waited until I could be this person on Yellow Jackets who has 2 love interests. She waited for this complex role of Shauna Shipman, who was troubled with the most gruesome past. Her controversies in Yellow Jackets revealed. Melanie Lynskey took on the mask of the endearing Shauna Shipman. It earned her Best Actress in the Critics' Choice Award and was also nominated for the Primetime Emmys in 2021. How did she do it? The actress raised the role of matured Shauna Shipman into a different level. She had to create a strong emotional connection to the wild experiences of the younger actress, Sophie Nélisse, who portrayed the teenage Shauna. In another interview, Melanie described her character needing therapy. There's so much that she has been terrified to discuss, that she's never talked about with anybody. She's holding very close that fills her with shame, fills her with regret. She's just not processing anything ever. She's just kind of pushing forward. Young Shauna Shipman and her high school friends had to survive in the wilderness after a plane crash. They faced morbid decisions such as unwarranted eating of flesh, dealing with so much violence, taboo in teenage pregnancy, and the breaking of friendships. Melanie Lynskey knew well what depression is all about and how therapy is valuable to subdue the horrors locked in our memories. She also used that same feeling of self-doubt and depression in the true crime drama, Candy. She dealt with body shaming. Later, she was cast in the 2023 post-apocalyptic series, The Last of Us, where she played the ruthless revolutionary leader, Kathleen. Her chilly, vengeful performance was well received. Yet the actress still got splashed with cold water. The social media basher stated that the role was supposed to be a warlord of a dead world, yet the actress's stature didn't seem fit for it. The actress politely responded that her role was meant to be smart and not masculine. Melanie Lynskey is a known vegetarian who switched to being a pescatarian by adding seafood to her diet. Currently, the actress is happily married to the actor-producer, Jason Ritter. They have a beautiful daughter named Kahikatea. Now's the time to hear from you. What's your favorite Melanie Lynskey on-screen moment? Share your thoughts in the comments section below.